out for me. That should be good. That should be good. Much better. Alright, now, the way I did this is with Thief. And if you're not familiar with this challenge run, the point is that I only get to start with one stat. And I mean one stat. We use a very well-known glitch that still seems to surprise some people to get rid of all of our stat points in literally everything, except for one stat point in any stat that I choose, and I choose Strength. Just the way it works. But, oh, that's not gonna work. Gotta be able to get it 0. Sometimes it's a little tricky. The engine was never meant to do this. Let's see if I click here. There we go. That'll do it. And then we need to take that down to 1. So you see we have 164 stat points available, and we are going to completely ignore each and every single one of them, because that is what we do in the challenge run. The run ends whenever I beat Quest for Glory 3. So why am I stopping at Quest for Glory 3? Well, there's actually a very easy answer to that, and that is that Quest for Glory 3 does not allow me to actually... or Quest for Glory 4 doesn't allow me to import with minimum stats. Now, I am working on trying to figure out a way to patch the game that will let me go through 4. But even then, that still begs the question, well, why not 5? 5 we haven't even begun on the challenge run yet. Then run into some technical difficulties with challenge runs for that. So, either way, this is the plan. This is where we're headed. Challenge run 1 through 3, and we'll... started here. 3, 2, and before I really count this down, I should say that since there's no benchmark, I will probably take more time to explain things. So even with the timer, it's just kind of a arbitrary thing. I just want to have something up there. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Not go. 3, 2, 1, go. Lone Magi, 1 strength. That is correct. That is it. And we are going to walk our way to victory. I like that. It's good. That's good. I mean, I have kids, and they're young right now, so I still can't beat them in arm wrestling. So the first thing that we need to do is get to the bear. And we need to free the bear, because that triggers a conversation that allows us to get into Fred's cave. Luckily, in this version, that ogre, or whatever that is exceptionally slow. Normally, I would be doing some fancy bear skipping here, but that's not going to work, so we're just going to walk past him. And the reason we do the kobold here, and it doesn't matter what your throwing stat is, in this room, you can just pelt him over and over again. In fact, once he's here, you just keep your hand on the enter key and you win. You don't even need a full set of rocks. I think you need like something like 50. I don't even know if that's exactly an accurate number. It might be even less. But he can't move. Each time he gets pegged with a projectile, he tries to teleport again, and you're hitting him. And it doesn't matter that you don't have any stats in throwing. That doesn't matter at all. The game just works. I don't know how to say it. There's so much duct tape holding the code together. It's really funny because I love these games. Yeah. And now we have freed the bear. I should say, in a challenge run any percent, I am allowed to glitch the game out in every single way imaginable. There is no limit to the amount of glitches as long as I have one stat. And in this consecutive challenge run, I will be taking the same character through from start to finish of Quest for Glory 3. Now, I may only have 1 strength, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to stay at 1 strength. I can train that strength, But any stat that starts with 0, it doesn't matter how much grinding you do. You will never get that stat anywhere above. By the way, 0 throwing, here it goes. Let me get that thought out, but yeah. Unfortunately, yes, you do need at least 1 stat to beat this. At least the way that we know it now. I'll explain why. But anytime you have 0 in a stat, you can grind until the day the cows come home. You'll never go above 0. However, there are some special circumstances where I can get a hard number added, such as like the Genie's Wish. Those are allowed. The idea is that I start with 1 strength and I get through. Now, do I have to keep the 1 stat? And by the way, if you're wondering why I'm waiting here, you have to wait 40 seconds or else Bruno will kill you in the next room if I try to go over. And I need that key in order to open the door. And that door is the actual reason why I need strength in order to get through this section. So, retrieve my dagger, single key, and now we're off to the brigand door. Now, the reason we need 1 strength is because we need enough strength to open up Fred's door. There's no other way around it, unless there's a glitch that we're not aware of yet. And believe me, if there is a glitch that would do that, I would very much welcome a bear skip, because that would mean that we should be able to skip the bear, theoretically. Getting the key is fast. It's actually very fast, so I appreciate getting the key, but it doesn't mean that we're married to the key in the any % run. In fact, not having the key might speed some other things up. So, because I am importing into the next game, I'm actually going to stay here and click for probably about 2 minutes, so about 6:15. The reason is that should put me pretty close to 90 strength. And because I'm importing into the next game, that's going to help me. Now, you can beat Quest for Glory 2 with only 1 stat. I've done it. In fact, that's up on my YouTube channel, or it's on my Twitch thing, so... Yeah, the Antwerp is a great creation. It's one of the original characters for the game. I don't think that they've actually, other than maybe a gelatinous cube, but even then it doesn't quite act the same way. I don't think the Antwerp had inspiration from, like, anything. It's just amazing. I love it. But it does get a little bit... David! Good to see you, man. Got started a little late today. But this is the run. This is the run we're gonna... Let's see where we're at after about 45 seconds. 72? Okay, I'm not gonna need to go for the full 2 minutes, so let's go for another 20 seconds. Because it seems like it hard caps you at 92, but it could have just been that you get diminishing returns as it goes. Either way, this is a great way, because this doesn't cost stamina. You can just keep clicking the rock, and you can just keep getting stat points. And keep getting stat points, keep up until the upper limit of the game. 78. See, yeah, diminishing returns. But you'll notice now I have 1 out of 26 health, so going into the next game I will be a little sturdier. And if you are new to the challenge runs, yes, you can beat Quest for Glory 1, 2, and 3, and 4 with only starting with 1 stat. We've done all 4 of them. Just never consecutively like this. But it actually makes it easier. It's one of the few things that our importing speedruns actually do make a little bit easier. You know what? That's fine. We're not going to sweat that for too much longer there. And I'm going to switch over to run, because we need to glitch our way in here, and that was a mistake. Let's see if I can... Nope. That was a horrible mistake, actually. I'm not going to get it this time. Oh, I did! Oh, I got the glitch. Nice. To be clear, what happens there is a mystery to everyone. I have a theory that it is that the wall transition is overwriting the combat transition, so that even though you can't actually survive it, the game acts as if you might be able to do it. It sees a successful transition and does it. It's literally the best explanation I have. I mean, we could look at the decompile code. We do have decompilers where we could look at it. I'm not far from an expert. I'm actually a complete new player whenever it comes to the SCI scripts. I'm just starting to get into that a little bit deeper because I want to be able to examine it myself. And it's overdue. Normally what I would do here is I would run off the cliff and kill myself. Well, actually what happens is that you come out through this that door there, and that's faster. However, I have 1 strength. I'll die. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. In fact, if he throws anything at me, I might die anyway, so I may have just screwed myself here, so we'll see what happens. He doesn't always throw things at you. In fact, very often I get through this without. Let's go this way. By the way, if you ever have trouble with these doors, use the arrow keys, and you can usually get through them without a hiccup. Okay, last room. You'll notice that we do not have a debug potion, or a dispel potion. However, we do have a stat screen, which unlocks our character and allows us to run away. Love that, love that, love that. And that is Quest for Glory 1. And that is something that the Any Percent hero is well known for doing. And if you think that is bad, you can, David will tell you, David and I will tell you, that Quest for Glory 2 is even worse. Not only do we run away, we actually leave a town completely to its own demise. And nobody seems to love it. You know, nobody seems to hate us for it, which is amazing. Party, yeah, exactly. Everybody's like, hey, look at you, man. You're impressive the way you left us all to those brigands in Baba Yaga. Alright, let's get this Glory 1 save in. And that'll do it. Let's close this down and get that save over. Again, you notice I'm taking my time here. This is a meme category. Meme category. That's what we'll do. Alright, there we go. Quest for Glory 2, import. Save file is Glory 1. There he is. And you get no points in this version. If I were playing the remake, I would get some points here. So, let's see here. Let's do 3, 2, 1. And yeah, we don't really need to count now. So, because this is the parser, we do need to be a bit more careful. We still can't run. If you're wondering why I'm not running, running will kill me because running costs stamina, and I have no health. Actually, now I probably could run. I would at least survive for a little bit. Oh, this way. Sorry. Still getting used to the de-rusting. Alright, so we're going to use another, probably the most famous glitch in the game, and sell our beard a bunch of times. It's not our beard, it's supposed to be the World of Dervish, but you are able to sell the beard. And it's amazing. Love it. Sell beard, sell beard, sell beard, sell beard, sell beard, sell beard, sell beard. We've got tons of things. We're going to drop all of our gold here just to make sure that he knows we're appreciative. And then we're going to buy a rope. A magic rope is necessary for this. And there is something that I wanted to try. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. However, forgot something already. That's okay also. I'm actually going to try to beat all 4 elementals. I know I can glitch past all 4 elementals. You don't have to save anybody here. I'm going to do this a little bit differently because I think it might be possible to beat all 4 elementals. The only one I'm not sure of is the Earth Elemental, but we're gonna pray like heck it'll work. We're gonna get some healing pills. I am a thief. The question is, can I connect with burning powder even though I have no strength? Or even though I have no throwing? Alright, notice we've got 12 healing pills, that's fine. Buy vigor pills. There we go. We're going to buy incense just so we can do it. Hey, Deacon Geok. Nice. Now this is what I forgot last time, is that we need to get the map, and I need to go buy daggers. You'll see, up in my inventory, I have 1 dagger. We made it to the end of the game, and I had 1 dagger, and it's effectively Dead Man Walking, without even realizing. Now, in the developers... defense, this was not intended. Like, the solution that I'm using here, by bag, are definitely very much not intended. So, by dagger. How many daggers do I want? Let's get 4. That's more than enough. Because the end game with out of these actually does not... I forgot one thing. Ask about dirt. Oh, Fuller's Earth. Good, got it. The end sequence with Adavis actually does not check to see whether or not you have enough throwing to actually connect. You just do. So first things here we're going to do, we're going to get to day 5. And if this doesn't work, that's okay, because I know I can beat the first elemental. I know I can beat the second elemental. As you will see, I did test this part out, though, so let's go to night 6. Again, I'm doing this just to see if it's possible. I know I can glitch my way out. Alright, so I've got this here. That's fine. We're going to get ourselves set here. Use incense, and that will kill us. And I can survive a little bit because I actually do have some health. Use lamp. Use water. And we've got them. Now, we're going to come over here. Save our game here. Use the rope. Get bellows. Notice I have no climbing. The game doesn't care. You can just use it. So, I now have the bellows. So, let's go to evening. 7, 8. That should be fine. Evening 9. Now this is where things get a little interesting, because I should be able to actually connect with this. There we go. It doesn't check for your throwing stat here either. It checks to see whether or not the dirt actually connects with the funnel. And David, I think you're the guy who pointed that out to me, which is an awesome find. So you don't even need the rope to beat him. If it didn't work, though, I could have used the rope, and we would have, of course, made it. So I need to go to the daytime, because I need the burning powder. And we will see whether or not burning powder can connect without throwing skill. That's a day 11 again, I thought. That's interesting. Day 13. Buy powder. Oh, I can't get it. Because I don't actually have the stats necessary. I need communication skill, which is a new thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Shoot. That's a bummer. If I had Flame Dart, of course, that would be the other alternative, because if you do this with a mage, which you should be able to do, that, in theory, would be possible. Instead, we're going to go to evening. And go here, 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 getting tired, here, and here. Oh, it did not work. Okay, I must have gone too far. I've gone too far. I might need to do one more there. If this doesn't work, I'm actually going to be kind of surprised. It should. There should be no code reason why it doesn't. Good. There we go. Awesome. Now it's thoughts on QHD? I really like Quest for Glory 2. Now let me say, whenever I started this, Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I don't need to worry about whether or not my character dies here because the way the threat counter works, so we should be good to go. To night 16. Oh, interesting. Okay, just because the threat counter isn't paying attention doesn't mean that I don't need to. Day 14. Night is still young. Okay, we got to do the skip again. It's a little screwy here. To answer your question, whenever I first started doing these runs, and whenever I played casually, Quest for Glory 2 was probably my least favorite. And to top it off, Quest for Glory 2 was actually the game I was... Ooh, okay, a little more careful there. Yeah, come on, day 15. Yeah, it was my least favorite. I was scared to death of routing the city. I was scared to death of routing what needed to happen. I knew the time limit, but I also knew the least about this game. And after learning to speedrun it, I can easily, without a doubt, say that it is my favorite. I gotta go faster. Okay, so it's a little tough and a little tight here because we're walking, of all things. Man, I really got myself into a pickle here, didn't I? You know what? I know what we're going to do. I want to see whether or not I can continue to skip around and whether or not that will skip me past the death sequence a little bit more. There we go. And if you get down there to the doorway, I'll go. The Quest for Glory 2 is now my second favorite, and it fights very hard to be the second favorite. And it's only because I love Quest for Glory 4 so much. But if I'm being honest, I would say that if you caught me on the right day, I might even say the Quest for Glory 2 was my favorite. Alright, so we managed to glitch our way past it. We survived. Thank God for that. Yeah, that's where I started, the disc version of 4. And then once I picked up the collection, I knew I wanted to play through all of them. And I was actually shocked at how different the earlier ones were. It was, if I'm being honest, I was a little disappointed at first because 4 was such a high watermark to start at. And then eventually I just learned to love them all. And like, it didn't take, I say eventually, it didn't take me that long. Well, obviously this challenge run any percent can be beaten. If I would have done this right from the start, we would have been to Razir like 8 minutes ago. Instead, I wanted to get cute and try something that nobody done, so. Coffee today. Just today for coffee. Normally I do the sling. It's one less letter, so. And now we have a waiting game. Which is even better. Yeah, I don't even have the vitality to resist it. I'm amazed I don't drop dead from that. If you're not certain what David's talking about there, you actually... Whether or not you can resist the drug is based on a vitality check. So the more vitality you have, the more you resist the drug. Now, normally you're thinking that would be great, the more vitality you have, the more strong your character is. Well, in speedrunning terms, it's actually terrible. The more vitality you have, the less time Ferrari can interrogate you, which means that time passes even slower. And if you know anything about this game, it's that Quest for Glory 2's Razir section is by far and away probably the most grindy part of the entire series. Like I would actually say this is probably the toughest part of the game for me. And that's saying something because there is something else that's going to come up in a little bit. Yeah, very interesting, the way that these little bits and pieces come together here. So we try to keep our vitality low. If I'm doing an any percent where I'm going through from 1 to 5, which I am actually planning for next week, where I'm going to go back to the collection any percents. I'm thinking that's going to be next week, because we've got enough in Quest for Glory 4 now where I could do some serious damage to that time. We've learned some major skips, so yeah, I'm excited for that one. I'm excited to get started on that too. But I didn't want to leave this one hanging. Like, it was there, I knew I could do it, I knew what I needed to do, and it would just bothered me, and I'm like, why didn't I just do it? So, having a shorter night tonight, so I figured we'll do this one. But yeah, if we're coming in through Quest for Glory 2, we want less vitality. Now, it's not a big deal, because in the Quest for Glory 2 collection runs, we use the remake of the game. We don't use this version because we can sleep, so it's not a live issue. But in the EGA version, you want less vitality. And there's 3 different levels. There's no resistance whatsoever, there's very little there's some resistance, and then there's like max, where he can barely get anything out of you. And each one wastes a different amount of time. Sunset approaches. Sometimes I can force the transition to happen just by going in and out. In fact, that's one way that the task does it, is that you can actually skip ahead time a little bit, and also that's something I should have been doing because I forgot to set the time scale to fastest, so that's why this is taking a while. Another thing, that I'm a scrub, so... Can you subtract stats when importing a character, or can you only add? If there was a import glitch, if there was a stat glitch, like for example, if Quest for Glory 3 had the same stat glitch that Quest for Glory 1 had, technically we should be able to, we could subtract skills. As far as I know, that glitch doesn't exist. Now, I've read some places where it does. That could be an earlier version of Quest for Glory 3. I know that they were developed around the same time. Very close to each other, so it wouldn't surprise me if some of the same logic errors were in there from the VGA. Because that stat glitch doesn't exist in the EGA game, which is why I have to run VGA 1 and then EGA 2. Which is something I haven't done yet. I don't know whether or not... And I really, really doubt that Quest for Glory 2 is beatable with... the remake is beatable with only 1 stat point. I really doubt that. But maybe once this challenge runs over, if I have enough time, I'll give that a shot tonight, just to play around with that idea. Actually, I know it isn't, because I think we did... we looked at that on the Discord. Somebody on the Discord looked at it, and I think it imports and gives you at least 1 in the core stats for your character. So that might be an out of luck scenario. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Man, it's taking forever. It's almost like a... This is what I get for not setting the time scale earlier. Because this should have taken, like, what is it, like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that. Nice. Okay, it's nighttime. That was the clue that it was nighttime from Ferrari. Okay, so now we are headed up to see our good friend, the water guy. And notice our stats are still at 84 for strength. That's all we've got. And we only have that because we went to Quest for Glory 1. You go up there too quick, it doesn't quite work right. So this is probably the most difficult thing you can do in the game. Getting those middle hallway doors is really difficult. All right, well that's the plan here. Now I am actually going to wait here. It's faster to wait here, and after 3 minutes the guards will come in and immediately take me to jail. If I leave, time passes, and it actually goes to, I think, mid-afternoon. I can't exactly remember. But, time passes, but then you have to wait like 6 minutes, even on the fastest time scale, in order to transition. Here, you only have to wait like 3. Really a rough... It's not even an auto-scroller. You just kind of have to entertain yourself. Alright, Deacon Gia. I've never tried that. I don't remember C-Square mentioning that. You're not permitted. Ah, don't worry about it. That's why I saved here. And by the way, I already ruined my own run, Tekken. I tried to get clever and actually beat the 4 elementals. I beat 2 of them. I did not think that communication was going to be my barrier in this game. But it was. So, yeah, I got stonewalled at the Earth Elemental. Yeah, if you can find that, I know that would definitely interest. I know that would interest the heck out of our community, but also C-Square, because C-Square did, I mean, he did the task for the game. So if there is something that him and I missed, I would love to know. I would love to see that. In fact, I could look into the code now, and I'm sure he did look into the code as to what could transition you to the prison. Is this really faster than screen changing back and forth? In this situation, yes. If I leave the... And C-Square confirmed that with the tool-assisted run also. This is faster to do this here. So even if I were to screen transition back and forth at the inn to do it, I would not take 3 minutes off my time. In fact, I think we figured it out. I think he said it really doesn't save that much time. I mean, it's a chunk, don't get me wrong. I think he said it saved something like 30 seconds or something to do the screen transitioning back and forth at on day 1. So we're not even talking day... we're not even talking day 2. Day 2 is just nuts, so... What it does is, if you're set on the fastest time scale and you jump in through the door, it'll actually skip you ahead the equivalent of 1 second. So you can, each time you do a door transition, if you do it on the correct frame, you progress time a little bit, and all of those add up to get you through that sequence a little faster. Okay. Alright, Force Gate. This is how you get out. Now the nice thing is that this is not a one-stat challenge, because whenever I did this on the this wasn't a didn't start at 1 stat. When I started with 1 stat, this took a long time, like 10 minutes long time. Here, because we started in Quest for Glory 1 and came in with 84 strength, we could have come in with more. This will not take as long. The threshold to get through... yeah, exactly. The threshold to get through is 150. What Tequila's mentioning here about the nails is that each time I run into this, it adds nails to my inventory. Now, you don't see them because I'm in prison. The moment I get the items back from the... whenever I get my items back over there on the other side of the gate, I will... you'll see them. Oh. Let's change the time scale back to normal. I have not seen that before. And I think I did change my time scale back before, so... That's new. I was wondering whether or not I would have enough time to go in, and the time scale difference must be just that powerful enough. Oh, 86. And if he comes in again, I'm going to be like really scared because I'm not sure how I made it through the last time if that's the case. Now I know I did change my time scale back to normal. That much I do know. $89. All right, this is taking a little bit longer. You get diminishing returns as your strength increases. The benefit is that you can get up to 150, and it seems like you can't max, or at least get 150. What's your favorite red meat? For me, that's steak, easily. I am a huge steak griller, although we're having my baby girl baptized tomorrow, and we are doing a slow cooker brisket. I put it on at about probably now. We put it on about 4 hours ago. It started as a 21-pound monster brisket. USDA prime. I trimmed it down. I only took off actually close to about 4 pounds of fat on it. It just didn't have a lot, and I've never seen a brisket that was like that. I mean, this thing's going to be something special. It's going to be something special. And if you're in the Discord, if anybody's interested, you can message me on Discord. I'll show you a picture of the brisket beforehand. It's pretty cool. The thing's monstrous. So I've done brisket before, but we got it on an upright pellet smoker. It's going to go for probably a good 10 hours to start. Once it hits like 150, 160, we'll wrap it up and then just crank up the heat a little bit, not too much. It's sitting at about 200 degrees right now, so. Oh, this is going to take a while. I don't know why this is taking so long. Did you have a T-bone? Nice. Nice. That's something that I would love to cook. I haven't done porterhouse steaks yet. I have not done porterhouse steaks. I'm a ribeye guy. I like my New York strips. I actually pretty much like any sirloin, but I have to say I've kind of ruined restaurant sirloins for myself because I like cooking them, so I do it fairly often, and I don't want to brag about steaks. I do a pretty good job. Last year for Christmas, the family had me grill steaks, so we had steak for dinner. I did steak on Christmas Day. It was so much fun. Basted in garlic butter and oregano, huh? I'm not a big cast iron guy, which is kind of funny. Ribeye guy? Nice laugh. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a big ribeye guy also. I actually still have some ribeye left from the last cut that I did. We went camping at a little south from here, and by camping I mean we went glamping. It was a wonderful 3-day experience in a cabin that had a screened-in porch and a bunch of other amenities and coffee and like all the things that we needed. But I ended up cooking steaks, burgers, and pork chops 3 different days on a little picnic grill that was outside. So they were ribeyes and they were good and they turned out fine. But I actually prefer to do like a reverse sear on them. Yeah, exactly. A steakhouse, it's once you're not scared to ruin the meat anymore, because don't get me wrong, meat can be intimidating. It is intimidating, but just watch some YouTube videos. You'll get used to it. It's really not. Yep, reverse sear. Well, instead, normally what you'll do is, I mean, you'll throw on. Yeah, exactly. You got it. So you sear at the end of the cooking rather than the beginning, and you end up with just wall-to-wall red on your meat. I'm a rare guy. I'm a rare, medium rare guy. I never go above medium rare. I love the flavor of it. So, and that's a good way to do it. I mean, really, you will not disappoint people with steaks that are done that way. If you get a good piping hot grill, and then you just do a 60-second on each side, and then you just bring it up to whatever temp you want with indirect heat, you're going to make people happy. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Whenever I was in college, I actually did for my public speaking class, I did a entire presentation on steaks. But I didn't start it out with steaks. I needed a hook. So instead, I put up a fake screen at the start, and I talked about my memoirs, or not my memoirs, my memories. And I wanted to share my thoughts on the amazing writings of Jane Austen. And then I set up the next slide, and it said, just kidding. And then the next one was steaks. It was just a picture of steaks up on the screen. And I talked about the different cooked types and all the different things. I got an A. In fact, I think I went 3 minutes over, and I still got a perfect score, which was really cool. I found out later on the professor, actually, her parents did cattle ranching. So they were, she appreciated the steak talk. Yeah, it was cool. Indirect heat is the secret. It really is. And don't cook by time, don't cook by feel, cook by temperature. That's what I tell people. Cook by temperature. I mean, I worked in a restaurant for enough years. I know what a steak feels like whenever it's rare or medium rare, but I still temp my steaks. I want to make sure that it's right. And plus my wife and my other members of my family are a little more picky about their steaks, so... And that's fine. The way I describe it is that if you really want the steak flavor, you go lower. You do. I mean, you just go with rare, medium. I call medium the great equalizer. It tends to be that whenever I was at the restaurant, I would always have somebody come up to me and they would be like, well done. And they would say it so proud like they do. And I was like, I'm like, come on, buddy. Have you ever tried a steak less than well done? Absolutely not. I'm like, well, then it's time to stop ordering it the way Mama used to order it for you. Come on, man. Come on. It's okay. Come on, buddy. Just try a medium and see what you think. And you'd be amazed the number of people I actually got to try that. A number of people I actually hooked on blue cheese in the same way. Because a lot of people are anti-blue cheese. And I found, and this is an interesting correlation, because this has nothing to do with Quest for Glory, but it's kind of funny. I found from being in the restaurants that if people did not like blue cheese, they almost instantly did not like mushrooms either. It was like 90% of the time that was the case, and I could not figure out for the life of me why. It is anecdotal, but I mean, I had years in the restaurant to figure that out. Nice. I like both. I'm a huge mushroom and blue cheese guy. In fact, I made my own steak at the restaurant. It was an Applebee's, by the way, where I worked at. And what I did was I created the steak. I called it my mushroom and fungus steak, also known as the MFer. I'll let you figure out what that means. But it was pretty popular. Melted blue cheese on top with mushrooms on the side. Okay, we're going to do a safety save here. Gotta be careful getting in here. Okay, I got half my strength, so let's use a healing pill. Ow. Okay. Whenever you shut the time down on this area, and you turn the time down, you take damage less quickly. If I were to put the time completely up, I would almost certainly die. There's something about that room. Oh, I got 48. I'm fine. Let's take a fall here. It's faster. Suleiman. Some microwave or anything fresh. Microwaving was done for like stuff that was prepped ahead of time for, well, everything's okay. Let me take a step back. There were some desserts that needed to be just heated up. So yeah, the microwave is used for those things. By the way, we're gonna wish for pick locks and wish for agility, and then we're going to escape. Now, this does several things, and I'm going to explain them real quick here. What that does is, it gives me agility and pick lock, so now I have those stats open to me. I can grind those, I can gain skill points. Well, in order to do the thief ending, at least the proper thief ending, you need agility. And you need an agility of 80. If you have 79, you die. If you have 80, you're good. Well, the question is, how do you grind agility in the last few moments of the game? It's pretty obvious, actually. And now we are just going to grind until there's 80. So, I love this. We found a use, finally, a good, solid use for the pick nose. And by the way, your character will die if they pick nose at less than 40 stat points. Less than 40 stat points, you die. You insert it. It says it goes up into your brain, and you just croak. So it's kind of cool. That works. By the way, in the next room, I'm going to use the magic rope to climb up. Another thing that we found is that through these challenge runs, and I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on, you don't need the rope in the next room. You just type use rope, and your character just uses a rope, and they go up. Now, you might think, well then, Paul, why did you buy the rope? Was it just to do some other stuff? Well, no. If you use the rope and climb in, but you don't have the rope, you actually run into the balcony scene with Kaveen. And if the thief is there and does not have the calm spell, which is the only other solution, you can either calm or you can fight him as a fighter. You need a sword and shield. It is a soft lock. You can't win. Save game. Awesome. If I do this quick, I should be able to... it's not going to work. Yep, that happens. If you don't do it right, it will crash there. Hold on. Accidentally. That's okay. Thanks, Chuck. Again, this is just to say that they're all done together. So one of the ways that you can go a little bit faster here is to move over more to the right. And not waste time, just get up. And there we go. Again, notice I don't have any climbing skill. The game doesn't take that into account. Which is good for us. But for here, this section right here, as long as you have 80 agility, is actually just a glorified cutscene. Once you have 80 agility, and you need 80 agility, and as we found out, at least 3 daggers. At least, I would say 4 daggers. Maybe 3 daggers. You might be able to use your last dagger. But I found out the hard way last time as I tried this run that I didn't buy daggers ahead of time. This time I bought daggers, so we're fine. We're going to use the rope, and we can just mash across here. I'm actually going to line up my shot here using the mouse. By the way, good to see you, Chuck. Chuck Grody, ladies and gentlemen. Another Quest for Glory speedrunner, but also a guy who has done some Indiana Jones, as I understand, and some King's Quest. Alright, here we go. I'm going to safety save all along here. You press down. And you actually don't need to turn the speed down all the way. But you do need to do a double duck, and then you can start going on. Just a little King's Quest, just a little. Nice. And if there are any viewers who are looking for more Quest for Glory or other Sierra games, I recommend Chuck Grody and I recommend David TKI. Follow them. They're great runners. Notice I have no... oh, that might kill me. No? Okay, good. We're good. We did it! Yay! Okay, cool. Let's turn that speed up again. A One Through Eternity collection run. Jeez, that is a lot of King's Quest memorization. And he's done some Quest for Glory now, too, so just all-around good guy. All-around good guy. Alright. Now that's another reason I think, would run the remake anyway, is that the cutscenes and dialogues in the remake, you can just hit escape and you skip like all of them, so it is a little faster. Now, if we had a Razir skip, where we could skip time in Razir and just go to bed and then go through, there might be a case for going through the EGA version. But I can't see it right now. Unfortunately, I can't see it happening. The ones returning the 80% would be about the same length as the Quest for Glory collection 100%. I could see that. I could easily see that. Which, in my estimation, the collection run is like the holy grail run. I love the collection runs they show off. They show, whether it's 100% or any percent, you're showing something about how fast these games can be done in all of them. I mean, because the Quest for Glory games, they're not really thought of as individual instances. They're thought about as the collection. You think about the entire story whenever you're playing through the Quest for Glory games. Oh, really? Huh. No, usually the 100%s run a little longer than that. But then again, we're also coming up with new strats right now, and so it might not be that crazy. Yeah, Quest for Glory Collection 100% is actually a really nasty category. It's really rough. Yeah, that I could easily see that. Nice. Talk to David. David's the collection. David and Crow are the collection. I'm an any percent guy. I do any percent runs. And I do play around with... Uh-oh. Yes, of course I want to save my character again. Okay, that's what it was. Character file saved. Goodbye. Let's see here. Where's that? It's Glory 2. There it is. Glory2.save. And let's bring up Quest for Glory 3, wherever it may be. It's not nearly as fast as it could be, but that's okay. Again, this is a meme category. Play game. Import character. Should be under Glory 2. .sab. Thief. Thief. There he is. There's our buddy. Now, we are not going to use any of our available stats. We are just going to go still straight into the game. Yeah, I would agree with that. Doing the hardest thing about the Quest for Glory 100% collection is you have to remember... You're not just remembering one game, you're remembering 5 100% runs. And then if you do it for different classes... Then you're doing it for... I mean, you're memorizing that many more classes immediately. Okay, we're going to head out. Yeah, we're going to head out for now. I am going to try to get at the spell potion here, which should make things a little smoother. I don't think I really need to do any grinding here. I'm going to get the spell potion. Three different points list for one game. Yeah. And of course there's overlap. I mean, there's points that are common to both of them. It's where they diverge. And those divergences create different routing scenarios. So, a thief might have a better time. Nice. A thief may do certain things at times whenever the fighter would. Or the fighter wouldn't. Let's go to bed. The reason I shouldn't need to do any grinding here, I'm going to exchange my money once I'm done the, oh yeah, that's right, I gotta say goodbye. I'm so used to doing the other part here. I already have agility. That's a big thing that I can't understate, because agility is one of the factors of whether or not you can actually hit things in combat. And I very much want to be able to hit things in combat. Because if you notice, I have 0 weapon skill. And as we found out in Quest for Glory 4, that is pretty much your prime stat. That's not good. Okay, good, thank God. Weapon skill is pretty much your prime stat for whether or not you actually do damage. And I did not do much damage. In fact, that was probably the hardest part of the Quest for Glory 4 run, was actually doing damage there. However, because I have agility already, I can get another 25 agility bump automatically. In fact, I should be running. I can actually run now. Anyway. Ah, man, I lose my train of thought so easily. Are we going to swear the oath? Heck no. We're going to skip this. I can get another 25 bump from the rope seller. And I'm not going to buy his rope. The game just assumes you have the rope, which is even better. So really, this is just kind of a semi-run to the end. It's not quite a run to the end. And I forgot to do the do-good or ditch glitch there, so I'm a scrub. So we're going to have to do pretty much all of that again. Again, I have stamina now, so I should be able to run without much worry. How did I get points? What did I get points for? You heard that little ding whenever I went back to the map. That was points, but there shouldn't have been anything that I did there for points. I don't know why I threw the rocks there. It didn't help. What I am doing here is I am going to glitch the living heck out of this game if you're not familiar with it, and if I actually play the game like I intend to, that's one of the hardest parts about that, is actually getting around that. Alright, let's go here. Alright, wasn't there a bit about you get points for the first time you end up with them? But for some reason, they're not there in the autosave. That's interesting. I never heard that. I mean, that's literally what happened, so that would make sense. So that whenever you're coming to the overworld, yeah, you get points for coming to the overworld for the first time. I knew that. I just assumed that the autosave would trigger that also, but it sounds like it might not, so. Very weird. This is the first Quest for Glory game, though, that had autosaves, so I'm sure they were still figuring that out. In fact, you can tell because the autosaves are not actually that helpful in this one. Like in Quest for Glory 4, they had it locked down. Those autosaves are awesome. Like, there's very few places where an autosave will not put me exactly where I died. I am going to do a safety save on that world map, though, just in case. You just keep clicking on the eye on yourself, you'll eventually just make him so mad that he kicks you out. It's awesome, because you're not talking to him. Alright. When you do the transition, just move your mouse all the way up to the top and just double-click on the walking icon, and you'll trigger what you need to trigger there. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, that's what it was doing. All right. We need water from the Pool of Peace. We are going to run, because that will give us a little bit of a stamina boost. Not much, but... Now I'm going to go to the World Tree over here. Anytime I hit the fourth screen over here, it's going to trigger the end game. But as I said, I want the Dispel Potion. You know, the Dispel Potion is going to let me skip one combat. And I would definitely say that it's worth it for my sanity. Is it faster? No, it's not. I could probably beat both of them right now. I don't think it would be a big deal. But for my sanity's sake, I want it. That's right. Plus, it's actually really easy to line yourself up for nighttime at Tarna, even with the skip. Once I go to the Simbani village, because that's where I will eventually end up. Once I go to the Simbani village, it'll transition me to just before nighttime, and I'll enter Tarna just as it's turning dark. So now we're going to go to the Simbani village. I do need to go back down to Arana's Peace one more time. And it really wants to put me down in these lower areas here. There we go. And it's almost as if Rakesh is always with me. Turn the skill up. Do they walk faster? No. I know that Harami the thief will run faster. Kicks us out. I'm running away. He takes us back. You can sleep here, or you can just run away. I recommend running away because it pretty much transitions you to night. And you can do things on that first day. You don't need to rest. I mean, you just pretty much just walked across the savannah. You're going to be doing that a lot anyway. Alright, we're going to fill up with water one more time here. Get one more refresh here on my stats. Run across. Notice it's starting to go night, but time is frozen. Whenever you do the glitch that ditches the DDD, David found that one, with the where you get rid of Rakesh and you take control of the caravan, it actually freezes time and it cancels all encounters. The game will only do scripted encounters, and you can force encounters if you want to. This is perfect here, because this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a purchase here, but with the wrong coins, and I might be screwed. Yep. Shoot, I did it again. What I should have done. Yep, that stinks. I wonder if I can give him the things he needs ahead of time. Potions? No, I might be okay. Dispel potion. No, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Yep, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. I realized, I'm like, wait a second. There's another way I can trigger this. Okay, now he's got everything he needs. He can get started on the spell potions, and I can go to the inn and sleep until morning, and he'll be done with them in the morning. But I need money, so I'm going to go down to the money changer now. Thinking. Interesting. Harami. So interesting that he's here. And I think if I turn this skill up, nah, it doesn't really speed him up. No, I'm just gonna come up here. He can get as mad as he wants to. Problem here is that it's going to take me to the Hall of Judgment. I'm going to talk with the Raja up front, and then it's immediately going to take me outside of the city and do the DDD, skip again. This can happen in a normal playthrough also if you decide not to go to the money changer right away. Not a big deal, though. Not a big deal at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now head back over to the Dispel Potion person, buy my Dispel Potion. Progress through the game like I am. What a song. I think I confused it. It's not supposed to play there as far as I know. Alright, Dispel Potion. 2? No, we just need 1. Oh, it didn't work. Why didn't that work? Man, that's annoying. Alright, well. Guess I can't win every single glitch. That's so frustrating. Alright. We're going to make the thief sign to this guy. He's going to show off his amazing skills. I'm going to get a boost of 25 agility here, which is going to help with my vitality, which is going to help me to actually beat these demons now that I've got to fight them. Very annoyed by that whole thing. Acrobatics. How do you do that again? I forget. Train. That's what it is. I don't need to buy the rope. It's fine. Now, if I had sneaking, I could skip another fight. In fact, if I had sneaking and I was patient, I could probably skip both fights. But I can't. Anytime you leave Tarna, you're immediately going to transition to the walking through the savannah scene. Let me see what time it is here. Oof. Not nearly late enough. You know what? I think we're okay anyway. I got 151. I mean, it's not nearly as strong as I was the last time I did this. I don't care. I'm tired. I want to get this done before 11 o'clock. So. Oh well. I hope he enjoys selling those dispel potions to someone. I'm a little confused. I know I've done that before. I wonder if doing the Harami thing screwed it up more. That's possible. I don't have climbing, but because I don't have climbing, I am allowed to ask about the vine rope bridge to get up into the monkey village. Help. Rope. Vines. Swing line. Talk about swing line. We did it. Ask about the lost city. Convince. Persuade. Argue. Beg. And we are on our way to the end game. That's the wonderful thing about that glitch, is that it really is a mega warp. You can walk to the fourth screen, and at any time you are considered to be following the monkey to his village, and it triggers and kicks off the events of the end game. Really good stuff. This was a huge find. Like it no lie, shaved off something like 12 minutes. Like, yeah, for any percent runs. At least from where the records were at the time. I don't think anybody's gone back to the no major glitches version of Quest for Glory 3 since. They either do 100% or the any percent that uses that big glitch. But that would certainly be called a different category with the no major glitches. Any percent. Alright, I am much weaker than I was last time. Let's see whether or not I can actually do something here. Say goodbye. See ya. I could walk up the screen. Did you see that? Can I stop? Now I need to immediately start spamming the right key here and attempting to hit him. If he connects with me at any time, I am most likely dead. Actually, I probably survived 1, maybe 2 hits. The last time I did this, I was not nearly as robust. I had accidentally thrown away my health potions. It was quite stressful, because I made it to like the last hit of the second guy and died. So I had to go back and fight that guy all over again. Which was just upsetting. Notice I am connecting with him quite a bit. I'm not doing much damage, but I am connecting with him. So he will go down. As long as you're spamming on this, one of these 2 triangles here, on the right side, you can't get hit by him. Why is that? Good question. No idea. In fact, it doesn't even look like I'm getting hit with stamina and things. So. If I didn't know any better, I would say that in that room with the magic door that I just came through, so I walked up on the wall there, I would imagine what happened was that whenever the door opened, they didn't program geometry behind the door to block you from going past it, so I could probably just run up the wall and run into oblivion up there, and eventually would get caught by a caveman. That's a new one as far as I know. Always a new glitch to find. I'll try it though. I mean, you never know whenever they may have accidentally programmed something in there that takes you to the end game ahead of time, or these games seem to have quite a bit of... They're known for being glitchy, and yet at the same time, there does seem to be quite a number of beneficial glitches that let you get past things that you didn't think that you would be able to get past. Like, the thought of a 1-stat run that is legitimate is mind-blowing. Like, that shouldn't really be possible. And yet, because of the few glitches that are beneficial that do exist, they become possible. So this run is only possible because of the glitches. Man, this next fight is going to be, ironically, not very fun. Unironically, I don't even know what I was trying to go for there. It's just not going to be fun fighting the next guy because he's got a full life bar. Got him. All right. Let's go in here. Don't need the stamina pill. Good to know. Don't need other pill. Don't have magical ability. Let's run. I am going to take a safety save because why not? Now, there are a few things I can do to glitch my character. And I can run around that room while the demon is talking. So, one of the things I was hoping for when I discovered that was that there would be a door transition behind that rock. Because you can get behind the rock. There's no door transition. So, you just kind of end up being not soft-locked, and after a couple seconds the demon starts fighting you. If there was a door transition there, oh, you have any idea how excited I would be. It's... No. They used to be so stressful for me. That is a very good point, David. These demons used to be the death of me in the any percent runs. They're not anymore. I mean, obviously, I can hold. I can kill them with like very minimal stats. Now, that being said, I am still very, very weak. In fact, I have far less strength in the Thief any percent run than you normally would. I have plenty of magic. And I'm about as durable as a piece of parchment paper, so I might... I mean, one hit could take me down, and it could be a run killer. But we have the timing down anymore. I haven't run out of magic in a very long time on these guys. Okay. That was nice. These guys are even less intimidating whenever you can just continually connect with them. The gargoyle, though? Gargoyle can burn in a fire. I hate that thing. Gosh, I hate that thing. I am just not good enough at combat to be consistent. Sometimes if you stagger your hits, you seem to either do more damage, as like you do in Quest for Glory 4, or you may actually have better accuracy. King Kai, man, good to see you. Been a while. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Good to see you, man. Been a while. Hope you're doing well. I do miss. We used to play Neverwinter Nights on stream. We went through Neverwinter Nights, the original official campaign, and then we did Shadows of what is it? Shadows of Undertine, and then the Hordes of the Underdark. Is it Undertine? Does that sound right? Oh well, it's something like that. Anyway, we went through the 3 major expansions. Yes, and on top of that, I hacked our characters. Let's see. Especially when, like, we all kind of went through semi-legitimately, but killing everything, like, really causing trouble and, you know, joking around and laughing. Like, we'd spawn dragons at random places and just, like do party wipes. There'd be a magical DM that would save people from time to time because they had a DM. But let me tell you, we had, for the second set of campaigns, we each kind of came up with our, we came up with our own characters. So, let's see, David, were you I think you were a pixie that was a monk in the one, or were you a person? I thought you were a pixie, though. I can't remember. Shapeshift into big things, there you go. King Kai ended up being a lich, but his first idea was glorious. He was going to be a beholder, and his familiar was going to be a mini beholder, like one of those little eye stalk things, which is hysterical. We had somebody who was a dire bear, or was it a grizzly bear? I can't remember. I think it was a grizzly bear. It could have been a dire bear. They were called police bear. It was really exciting. An elf who insisted on being called blood dog, and I was a paladin. I was a mimic. I played as a mimic, a paladin mimic, and I was a chest. I could not, found out that apparently mimics can't hold anything hot, bigger than daggers. That's what it was, pixie shapeshifter, okay. And we also found out the number of ways that multiplayer can glitch out cutscenes. Because there'd be like a bad guy that would be talking to one of us, and then out of nowhere, it would be hysterical. You would just see like all 6 of the other players, or whatever it was, like 4, 5, 6, they would just gank on the guy in the cutscene, and he would be dead before the cutscene was over. It was really funny. Oh, that's not good. What just happened there? Oh, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Notice I'm also running across Oblivion up here, so we are over here, and time is right now. That is a really disgustingly slow time compared to what it could have been, but it's a full round thing, so. There you go. Aaron's here too. We've got the whole crew in. Neverwinter was fun. We should do that again. I'm just upset Neverwinter 2 was not as fun, because that is one of my favorite campaigns, but that really is a single-player campaign. There's not nearly as much freedom as there is in Neverwinter 1. Yeah, it really was. It really is not good for multi. At least the official campaigns aren't. The official campaigns aren't good for multiplayer. You know, and here I am saying that maybe it would be better if we were doing something like the